Salutations everyone, and welcome to my For Glory guide for the elusive Sheikah. Sheik, a fantastic character, as you all know, the fairs and the forward tilts and the aerials, just a lot of good things going on with this character, even though she has been nerfed in every single update for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. She is still towards the top when it comes to, the meta game in Smash 4, thanks in part to one or two individuals in the competitive scene. So, with Sheik, you have some fantastic frame data, some of the best combos in the entire game, a lot of fantastic mix-ups, and not really any useless attacks. You could say down air, down smash, burst grenade only has a few things that you can do with it, but at least it's still useful. But, large in part, not a lot of wasted moves in this character's arsenal. She is quite light. She is a featherweight, the heaviest featherweight, or at least tied with Zelda. So, she's gonna die pretty early. 7th fastest run speed, tied for 5th fastest walk speed, tied for 14th fastest in air speed, tied for 9th fastest in fall speed, 10th fastest in fast fall speed. She's got 2 jumps, a wall cling, and a wall jump, and a crawl. And this right here against the Marth just shows you what a Sheik can do when it comes to an opponent that just has no answers. They have no mix-ups. They just get suffocated by those grabs and those fair strings, and it's just going to be a bad time. She is quite fast. Sheik is a zone breaker / rushdown character. She is very quick. She gets a lot off of grabs. The fair strings, the down throw into the 50-50. You can either up air if they're going to air dodge. You can hit him with the up special. She's got a great off-stage game. Tried to get the stage spike off of that back air, but the Marth just enough, but at perfect height for that sweet spotted up smash. So while she has a fantastic combo game, she's very fast. She's got those needles to break a lot of people down. It goes through a lot of projectiles. It's faster than a lot of other projectiles. And the fact that you can use them in the air as well as the ground, there's just so many different things that you can do with needles to just, if your opponent has no answer for it, that's just something that they're just gonna have to, deal with or figure out. Needles are a huge part of Sheik's game, tomato. Huge part of her game, so you always want to be sure to charging those up. It's never a bad idea to have fully charged needles at any point in the game. You can get a lot of just free damage off of them just all of the time, and it gives your opponent, less options. They're not going to be able to approach you very safely, or their projectiles aren't going to be as effective. And you're just going to be starting to rack up a lot of damage, because you need to with Sheik. You need to rack up damage with Sheik, which thankfully is quite easy since she has one of the best combo games. She gets a lot off of grabs, and there's just so many different things that you can do with her. Juggle with the forward tilts, get him off stage with the up tilts, hit him with the fair strings, the bouncing fist finishers, and another sweet spot up smash, which is her strongest smash attack, but is of course the hardest to hit. With all of her strengths, she has one humongous weakness, and that is her inability to kill. She has trouble killing, and say what you will about any character, she does have trouble killing. That's just a fact. All of the top smashers agree with this. This isn't to say that she can't kill. I know I want to say this about other characters. You make it seem like I think they cannot kill at all, but with Sheik, she definitely has trouble killing. You're going to have to get your opponents to the 120, 130, 140% before you're going to be getting most of your kills with her. Early kills aren't going to be, fairly common with Sheik. You can get the fair strings, and a bouncing fish off stage is probably the earliest you're going to get kills. You can get some gimps with needles, or stage spike aerials, or vanish will also stage spike. Very, very great off-stage game with Sheik. But, outside of a few things, she's not going to be able to kill early. Unless you can gimp, unless you can get a good fair string off stage and finish it with a bouncing fish on an opponent without fantastic recovery. Like this Mario here just did not have enough there. you're not going to get early kills with Sheik, so you're going to have to apply the damage, which is, a compounded problem considering she is a featherweight character and that she's going to die early, all things considered. She does have fantastic recovery, so you will be surviving more with her than you will with any of the other lightweights. She has the wall cling, she has the wall jump, she has the up special with a little bit of intangibility on startup, she has the bouncing fish for the mix-ups as well as more horizontal recovery movement, which also has some intangibility on startup, although that doesn't really play into the game very often. But it's definitely, she has a lot in the recovery game. So she does have fantastic recovery, even though she is quite light. But with that, see, there's just the power of the bouncing fish. Definitely needed rage for it to kill at that percentage against that Mario, even though he is just a middleweight. Just her moves just lack strength and power. So while she is fantastic in the one-on-one, she's not going to be, the greatest free-for-all character in the world, just because she doesn't have many strong attacks like, Bowser or Ike or DDD or, someone like that who has a lot of strong, powerful, hard-hitting attacks that can kill early or, just are sometimes easier to land or just randomly throw out there. Her smash attacks lack a bit of power. Your down smash isn't really going to do you any favors in most cases. You're better off doing, down tilts and up tilts if you're trying to, cover people with the down smash. But, I mean, it can kill at really high percents. But your up smash is going to be your earliest killing smash attack, but you do need to sweet spot it. You can hit people on the platforms in Battlefield with that. It's just an auto sweet spot. Other than that, you just have to get your timing perfectly. You can actually set up a sweet spotted up smash from a fast fall up air at a high percent opponent. If you fast fall the up air, it has a little bit of a meteor effect. So if you do it just right and your opponent's at the right percentage, you can fast fall an up air into a sweet spotted up smash. Otherwise, forward smash, I mean, it'll kill, the early hundreds, 110%, per all the other factors depending. But is definitely not super easy. There are some setups into it off of your down tilts and your forward tilts. But the main ways you are going to be killing is with your bouncing fish, your up air, up special, down throw mix-ups. You are definitely going to need to get them at high percents to get the kill, especially on the forward air, which is what you're probably going to get most of your down throw mix-up kills with, depending on the spot dodge. And you definitely need to wait some of that for some of those up airs. And there, the burst grenade just gets the Dr. Mario on the wrong, facing the wrong side, and he up specials the wrong way. So, burst grenades sometimes can get kills without even exploding. So there is always that going up against this nice little fabulous DK here. Going to, as we know, DK absolute combo food and has a little bit of trouble approaching. So needles are always going to be a good thing there. A little forward string to the bouncing fish. At early percents, to start rack up damage, you can do forward throw into bouncing fish. That's like 18% right there. Absolutely fantastic way to start off. Your fair strings, of course, are going to be your bread and butter with Sheik, is your forward tilt juggling, especially against fast fall characters. You can get a lot off of that, and then once they start getting a little bit too much, you can start hitting with the strings of fairs, or bait them into a down tilt and start comboing them a little bit again. Go right into a grab. You can combo a fair into a grab, and at lower percents you can go for your forward throw fair, and then depending on your opponent's fall speed and weight, you can fast fall back to the stage and then get the free re-grab. Or, depending on how they're DIing, you're going to want to go to another fair, or maybe to an up air, if they try to recover, if they try to DI really high and they're a lighter opponent. That is definitely a mix-up that you're going to have to be looking for at lower percentages. And if you can't add another fair to your string, but they're still close to you, go for the Nair. Her Nair comes out very fast, and that hitbox is out there for a long time. There's the bouncing fish sealing that against the Donkey Kong. So yeah, her Nair is a fantastic option. Off stage, you don't have to worry about the timing very much if you just want to get your opponent off stage just even further. But if you're in front of them, you can go for the back air stage spike, and if they try to dodge that, or they try to edge guard you, which is a very, very bad idea, you can hit him with the vanish, and if that doesn't kill them with the raw power, you always have the possibility of stage spiking him, which of course is going to be more or less likely depending on the stage and its jagged ledge layouts. Hitting the Falco here with a couple of up air strings, which is, pretty good against opponents that have difficulty returning back to the stage. And you just have so many tools and so many mix-ups to use. While Sheik is, as many of us know, one of the best characters in the game, thanks to a couple of people, showing us just how well she can be used. She is one of the most, if not the most difficult character to use. And this is complicated by the fact that she does have trouble killing, that you're going to have to look for those early kill setups when they present themselves. If you have fully charged needles and you're up against a fast faller and they're at, decent percent to where you can get the combo kill, you could forward or up tilt them off stage, or even a fair off stage, and then as soon as you get them off stage, right when they're next to you, fully charged needles, aerial needles, and then from the aerial needles you can hit the fair to a bouncing fish, and that is a true combo if they DI into you. And on heavier opponents, you might need to have a second forward air to finish off that combo. Otherwise, as you saw on the Falco, you could get some forward tilts or maybe some up tilts to get them to try to throw out a laggy aerial or spot dodge right into your sweet spotted up smash. And here's our joke game, of course, against a Little Mac. Sheik with those fair strings are just, Little Mac has no answer for that. He's dead at 36%, crazy stuff like that. And I just try to see, that's just part of the metagame nowadays. You got to figure out different ways to get Little Mac to kill himself. And there he just jabbed himself to death. You got to think of different ways to kill Little Macs. There's just so many out there. And speaking of so many out there, if you're going to try to pick up Sheik, there is one character you're going to see a lot of people counterpicking to, thanks to Nairo, and that is Zero Suit Samus. Everyone and their mom has a back pocket Zero Suit Samus just in case a Sheik comes out. If you don't believe me, try picking up Sheik. Zero Suit Samuses are going to start coming out of the woodwork. So with Sheik, you have just such fantastic frame data. That fair can suffocate so many of your opponents, covers so many options, and is very safe. If you space it perfectly, it's safe on shield, and even if you land next to shield opponent, you have a 2-frame jab. Just go for the double jab. Sometimes, that jab finisher is just super laggy. If you can hit all of your jabs and the jab finisher, go for it if they're DIing into you, or if you start them on an aerial opponent to where, they're just going to take a while for them to DI out. By all means, go for the jab finisher, but in many cases, you're not going to be able to get to the jab finisher. So just go for the 1-2 on your jab, and then go for some forward tilts, or some up tilts or down tilts, or go for the grab and hit him with the fair strings. As far as mix-ups with Sheik, there's just so many. I'm not going to be able to cover all of Sheik's arsenal, just because there's so many different ways to play Sheik, as we've seen on the top level of competitive. But, of course, she does have some bread and butter moves. Juggling people, especially fast fallers, with the forward tilts, and there you get the nice little footstool to clear out against that Zero Suit. So yeah, Sheik, a strong character, fast character, combo heavy, zone breaker, rush down. She has trouble killing, but as long as you get your mix-ups in there, bait your opponent, bouncing fish behind them if they're trying to edge guard you, and then get the forward smash, sweet spot those up smashes, and of course go for the down throw 50-50 if they aren't going to DI away from you. You can always just dash just a little bit, hit him with the up air, and that will kill. You're going to need rage if you want to kill before 140% on even middleweight characters. But if not, you can hit with the vanish, and that is a very, very strong option. Amazing edge guarding game, amazing combo game, just a little trouble killing, but if you have the skills to pay the bills, Sheik is one that is to be reckoned with. But anyways, that is my Sheik for Glory Guide. Hope you all enjoyed. If you would like to see a character that has not been covered, then you can leave them in the comment section below. Only 5 more characters to go, and I will see you guys then.